Groundbreaking new study which has found a strong link between racism and chronic
elimination of racism.
Anti-white racism.
Of racism.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, we gotta talk about something real serious today. But before that, have you ever heard about the Ku Klux Klan? So, it's about the Ku Klux Klan and how it's still messing with racism. Even though we've come a long way, this Klan thing is still around, spreading hate and bigotry. And I'm here to say we need to do something about it, like now. Just think about it. Every single day, there are people affected by messed up ideas of the Ku Klux Klan. It's like hate crimes, white supremacists, and it's like this poison spreading through our neighborhoods. But, like, how did we even ended up here? Let's take a trip down history lane. The Klan's been around forever, spreading hate from way back when to now, leaving a stain on our history. And it's not just history books. We're talking about this Klan stuff is all over the internet, now infecting social media and spreading its toxic ideas faster than ever. For example, when I was about to scrolling Instagram, I found several memes and the content of the meme was racism for black people, and these memes influenced other people in the comment to say something racist, like the N-word, and that was rude. But don't freak out just yet, we've got some tricks up of ourselves. We need to educate ourselves and get involved in making real change happen. Whether it's through spreading awareness or pushing for laws that fight racism, we can make a difference. So, to wrap it up, let's face the truth. The Ku Klux Klan is still a problem and we need to deal with it. Like yesterday, let's come together, kick out this hate, and build a future where everyone is treated with respect. And maybe that's all I can say for today, and thank you so much for your attention.
Racism. Picture this, a world where merit, not melanin, determines our fate. Sadly, that world remains a distant dream as racism persists, weaving its toxic threads into the fabric of our communities. In the United States, Black Americans are incarcerated at more than 5 times at the rate of white Americans. And it's not just about the justice system. The racial wealth gap is staggering, with the median wealth of white households being nearly 10 times that of black households. But it's not just about numbers. Racism manifests in countless ways, from microaggressions to systemic injustice. Take healthcare, for example. Studies show that black patients are less likely to receive adequate pain management compared to their white counterparts. This isn't just a statistical anomaly, it's a symptom of a deeply entrenched prejudice that permeates our medical institutions. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, privilege. Privilege isn't about feeling guilty for who you are. It's about recognizing that advantage you've been afforded simply because of your race. And with that recognition comes the responsibility to dismantle the system that upholds these disparities. But here's the good news. Change is possible. From the civil rights movement to the global outcry for racial justice sparked by the murder of George Floyd, history has shown us the power of collective action. We must leverage this momentum to advocate for policy reforms that address systemic inequities, from criminal justice reform to affordable housing initiatives. But change doesn't stop at the ballot box. It starts with each and every one of us. Racism is not just a problem, it's a moral imperative that demands our immediate attention. We cannot afford to remain silent in the face of injustice. It's time to confront our biases, amplify marginalized voices, and work towards a future where everyone, regardless of the race, can thrive. As the saying goes, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, unity in diversity. Thank you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. In our diverse world, where people come from many different backgrounds and cultures, we face a serious problem. What is it? A racism. Today, I'm here to talk about this issue and why we all need to fight it together. A racism comes in many forms. It can be obvious, like when someone is treated unfairly because of their race, but it can also be subtle, like when people have unfair ideas about the others based on their race. Racism divides us and causes unfairness, but we can make a difference if we all work together. The idea of different colors, equal rights reminds us that we are all different, but we all deserve the same rights and respect. Even though we're different, it doesn't mean that we don't need fairness, we don't need equality. These shared goals brings us together to fight against racism. Let's take to the forms working together against racism. It shows that we need to join forces to fight this problem. No one person or group can do it alone. We need to support each other and speak up against racism wherever we see it. We need to push for fair rules and practice that include everyone. We also need to learn how to stop this problem. Let's look to an example closer to our home in Indonesia. In August 2019, in Surabaya, East Java, some Papuan students got insulted and harassed by the security and ordinary people because of their race, maybe because of their black people. This incident made many people very angry, and there were protests all over the country. It showed how Papuans in Indonesia often face unfair treatment because of their race. This remind us that we need to work quickly to stop this racism and make sure everyone is treated equally, no matter how their religion, no matter how their race, no matter what is their ethnicity. Everyone can help this fight, no matter how small or big their action might seem. Whether it's talking to friends or family about racism or help people who got unfairness because of their race, we all have a part to play. Together, we can make a world where everyone treated equally and can success no matter their ethnicity, no matter their race, religion, and other. In the word of Martin Luther King Jr., injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Let us heed this word and work tirelessly to fight racism and make sure that there is no place between us and racism. Thank you.
Take a look into this candy. There's a red candy. There's a yellow candy. That's a blue candy. And that's a pink candy. Is they sweet? Of course. Are they can be expired? Of course. And are they can be poisoned after they expired? Of course. Fun fact, everybody, it's also a human. Human can be good, human can be bad, and human can be anything, diversity in our world. And sometimes, some people is discriminating other people by its own color, by its own religion, by its own language. It's called racism. Racism is an act that discriminating other people by its race. Like in 1998 tragedy, where Chinese people who even have Indonesian nationality were completely looted in our own country. Another example, pause dulu. For another example, in 1997, Sambar tragedy conflict between Madura and Dayak tribe caused a massive casualty and many property damage. Racism can make low self-esteem, depression, anxiety, and insecurity to a lot of people. With the right education and awareness, we can develop an inclusive environment and society to overcome attitude and prejudice of racism. In conclusion, is that we are waiting for, we will working for. Reject discrimination in all its forms and work together building more inclusive and justice society. Let's not wait until any other tragedy and start before we unite against racism through all of us. My name is Ragil, Akbar, Wijaya. Thank you very much.